Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dr. Altaf Khan with a new respiratory topic known as study of respiratory membrane. So in today's lecture we will study what is respiratory membrane, how it contributes in gas exchange, what is importance of this, clear, what is its area, thickness, and if change in that membrane occurs, what will be the effect on respiration, clear. So very important topic to understand. Now respiratory membrane, for understanding of respiratory membrane, first we have to study what are the areas of the lungs where gas exchange occur. Air enter in the lungs through this trachea, but does in trachea there is exchange of gases? No. Then trachea again divide into two bronchioles. Does gas exchange occur in bronchioles? No. Then these bronchiole again divide up to the terminal bronchioles. Is there any gas exchange? No. Clear? After the terminal bronchioles, there are special bronchioles known as respiratory bronchioles. From them basically exchange of gases occur between the lungs and the blood. Respiratory bronchiole, again atrium is a structure, alveolar sac and alveoli their self. These are the area where exchange of gases occur between. Now what will be this area? This is the area of lungs, clear. Around that there are special blood vessels all around this area. These vessels are known as pulmonary capillaries, clear. From this lungs, exchange of gases occurs with that pulmonary capillary. What are these gas exchange structures? Respiratory bronchiole, atria of the alveoli, alveolar sac, alveolar ducts and alveoli itself. These are important gas exchange area. This is sometimes also labeled as this is the area of the lungs where exchange occur. This is sometimes called as respiratory unit, clear. So if someone asks what is a respiratory unit, you will reply ki the area beyond the respiratory bronchiole, including respiratory bronchiole, alveolar ducts, alveolar sac, atria. These are the area where gas exchange occurs, so known as respiratory unit, clear. Now between this respiratory unit and pulmonary capillary, there is exchange of gases. From lungs, oxygen go towards blood. From blood, carbon dioxide go from the blood into the alveoli. Then from alveoli, this will go outside, oxygen will go inside with each breath, clear. This is the basic concept. Now basically these gases are crossing a border, clear. These gases are crossing a border. At one side of the border there is lungs, on the other side of the border there is blood. This is air of the lung, on the other side this is blood, and this is basically the border which is crossed by these gases. This border combinedly, this border of all the areas of the lung where gas exchange occurs is called as respiratory membrane, or we can say a membrane through which exchange of gases occur is called as respiratory membrane, clear. What is that? Respiratory membrane is the membrane of the lungs where gas exchange occur. Through oxygen diffuses into the blood, through this membrane carbon dioxide diffuse into the lungs, into the alveoli, clear. So we will study what is this, a single membrane, double membrane, or some many other layers in it. What are these layers? We will study that, clear up to now. Now we will draw its separate diagram so that you easily understand. Now we'll draw this, erase this, then we will draw again this. Clear? I am drawing alveoli like this. Air is entering in this alveoli. Clear? We will draw this layer of the blood red so that you easily understand. Clear? This is the pulmonary capillary, because in the pulmonary capillary there will be exchange of gases with the alveoli. Also other structure, but we have drawn alveoli for your better understanding. Now this will be called as important membrane of the alveoli. Clear? Inside the alveoli, what are the things? What do you think? What is here in the alveoli? What is the important parameter of the lungs which prevent its collapse? What is that? That is a special fluid that will be present all around here in the lungs. This special fluid. This is called as surfactant. Clear? Now we are seeing what are the structure in this membrane. So we have seen in the alveoli there is a layer of important fluid known as surfactant. Clear? Below the surfactant, special alveolar epithelial cells are present. Special epithelial cell of alveoli are present. Clear? So what are these cells are called? These cells are called epithelial cells of alveoli or alveoli epithelial cells. Clear? Now everywhere remember epithelial cell, this is histological point, if this my hand is epithelial cell, this will always sit on a basement membrane. Clear? Always the base for the epithelial cell will be made by epithelial as well as another important cell we will do. That will be made by basement membrane. Clear? So there also a basement membrane here. This basement membrane is called as alveolar basement membrane. What that is called? Alveolar basement membrane. This membrane. This is the membrane where these epithelial cells are sitting. This is called as alveolar basement membrane. Clear that? This is alveolar basement membrane. Now what is present here in this tube, in this blood vessel? What do you think? What is present here? Inside that the blood is going from arterial side towards venous side. There are red blood cell, importantly also platelet and some white blood cell that will travel in that. But blood is in contact with which area of this vessel wall? There are also an important cell here. Are these epithelial cells? Not. These are not epithelial cells. These are endothelial cells. Clear? So there will be also a layer here. This is known as endothelial cells layer. Clear? From blood side, ठीक? Endothelial cells. These endothelial cell will also sit on a layer. This layer is also a basement membrane, but this is not a basement membrane of epithelium. Clear? This is a basement membrane of endothelium. So this will be called as endothelial basement membrane. Clear this? What is structure here? This is a tissue and this is a space between them. So this may be called as simply this is connective tissue of interstitium, interstitial connective tissue. Clear this? interstitial connective tissue, importantly. Clear? So we were discussing what is the alveolar, this respiratory basement membrane. So this hole is respiratory basement membrane, this hole, because this is the membrane through which a gas, oxygen from here come into the blood, extracted by these red blood cells. Carbon dioxide made in the blood travels all around, go into the alveoli. These gases are crossing this membrane. This membrane is known as it helps in respiration. So respiratory membrane. Clear that? Now importantly, sometime ask name the layers which contribute in the gas exchange. Clear? What that? Name the layers that contribute in that gas exchange. So very simple to understand the layers through which a gas will pass. So we will start from alveolar side. If oxygen is going from alveolar side into the blood, what are the structure that will cross, will be structure included in that membrane. So this is this crossing this fluid layer? Yes, it is crossing this surfactant layer. So first structure from alveolar side is surfactant layer, which is part of this respiratory membrane. Second structure is this crossing this basement membrane, which is known as alveolar epithelial membrane, alveolar epithelial cell. This cell is crossed by this. So second layer is alveolar epithelial cellular layer. Third is this crossing this basement membrane. Yes, this is crossing this basement membrane also. So this is known as alveolar basement membrane layer. Clear? Third layer. Fourth, this gas will also cross this interstitium. Clear? So interstitial connective tissue layer. Fifth is this endothelial cell layer in the blood vessel. Before endothelial cell, its basement membrane is cast. Clear? Fifth structure, this gases will cross from alveolar side is endothelial basement membrane. Last structure, sixth one, these gases will cross endothelial cell. So how many layers of basement membrane? 6 layers. From that side to that, this number 1 surfactant layer, number 2 alveolar epithelial cell, number 3 alveolar epithelial cellular basement membrane, number 4th connective tissue, number 5th endothelial cell basement membrane, number 6th, what is that? Endothelial cell. So these are 6 layers crossed by a cell. We can say these are layers of respiratory membrane. Clear? Now another important thing related with that, what do you think, what will be the thickness of this? Its thickness is called as 0.2 to 0.8, sometimes say averagely 0.6 micrometer in length. So very small, very narrow is its thickness. Clear? And its surface area is called as it is if combinedly we take all the alveolar base, this respiratory membrane, we connect respiratory membrane of all the alveoli, that will be equal to around 70 meter square area. Clear? 70 meter square area, around an area which is equal to a large room. Clear? Now this respiratory membrane, it is very important. Its area is also important, because if respiratory membrane having normal area, normal exchange will occur. If suppose due to any reason, remember there is damage to this membrane, so there will be no gas exchange. Remember that if there is damage to this membrane, one important thing. Another thing, if due to any infection, any inflammation, its thickness increases, that will also leads to disturbance in the gas exchange. Clear? That we will do in another lecture of factor affecting respiration. Clear? But we are giving you concept if this is its normal thickness, if its thickness double, so there will be difficulty for gas to diffuse into that blood. And most common cause to increase in its thickness is if the fluid accumulate here, if edema here, that is known as pulmonary edema. That will leads to increase in its thickness, so that will leads to difficult exchange of gases. Why difficult? Because more space have to be traveled by oxygen into blood and carbon dioxide from blood into this. Clear? From this side we can also see these layers ke from blood side first layer will be blood will from blood carbon dioxide first will cross endothelial cell, then its basement membrane, then connective tissue, then this basement membrane, then this epithelial cell, then surfactant layer. 6 layer of this respiratory membrane. Clear that? सो आज हमने डिस्कस किया कि वो इम्पॉर्टेंट मेम्ब्रेन जो हमारे लंग्स के अंदर प्रेजेंट होती है जिसमें से गैसेस एक्सचेंज होती हैं। एक्सचेंज का मतलब एटमॉस्फेयर की गैस आती है, वो ब्लड के अंदर चली जाती है, ब्लड से एक ख़ास मेम्ब्रेन है जिसको क्रॉस करके ब्लड से हमारा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड आता है लंग्स में, जहाँ से बाहर आ जाता है। अब इस मेम्ब्रेन को हम क्या कह रहे हैं, ये जो मेम्ब्रेन है जिसमें से क्रॉस हो रही गैसेस, इसका नाम है रेस्पिरेटरी मेम्ब्रेन। इसमें कौन कौन से स्ट्रक्चर इंक्लूड हैं? हमने देखा कि अगर लंग्स की साइड से हम सफ़र शुरू करें, क्रॉस करें इस मेम्ब्रेन को, तो सबसे पहले हम क्रॉस करेंगे फ्लूइड की लेयर जो कि सरफेस टेंशन को कम कर रहा है, उसका नाम है सरफेक्टेंट लेयर। सेकंड, हम लंग्स की साइड से एल्वोलाई की एपिथेलियल सेल की लेयर को क्रॉस करेंगे। थर्ड, एल्वुलर बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन को क्रॉस करेंगे। फोर्थ, जो इंटरस्टिशियल कनेक्टिव टिश्यू है उसको क्रॉस करेंगे। फिफ्थ, हम एंडोथीलियल बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन को क्रॉस करेंगे। लास्टली हम एंडोथीलियल सेल्स को क्रॉस करेंगे, तो इस साइड से गैस पहुंच जाएगी ब्लड में। अगर इस साइड से चलेंगे तो अपोजिट थिंग होगी। अब ये जो 6 हमने लेयर्स डिस्कस की, ये मिला के रेस्पिरेटरी मेम्ब्रेन बनती। क्लियर? इसकी थिकनेस जो है बहुत नैरो है, अराउंड 0.2 to 0.8, एवरेजली 0.6 कहा जाता है। अगर इसकी थिकनेस नॉर्मल से बढ़ जाए तो भी प्रॉब्लम में गैस एक्सचेंज प्रॉपर नहीं होगी। पल्मोनरी एडिमा है, पल्मोनरी फिब्रोसिस है, और कई वजूहात हैं जिससे थिकनेस बढ़ जाती। इसका पूरा एरिया इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसको कहते हैं सरफेस एरिया ऑफ दिस मेम्ब्रेन। अगर वो कम हो जाए तब भी प्रॉपर गैस एक्सचेंज नहीं होगी, दैट इज़ आल्सो ए प्रॉब्लम। क्लियर? So thank you so much for today's lecture.